If you go on TikTok right now and look up hashtag ADHD, there is a 52% chance that it will be inaccurate or misinformation. These are some things that people with ADHD might be able to relate to. Dissociation is not a symptom of ADHD, but it can be comorbid. Although it can be tricky because that leaves the viewer in a spot where they're like, well, I can relate to these symptoms and I don't have ADHD. And this leads to a lot of self-diagnosis, which can end up being harmful in the end if it turns out you don't have it, or you could have sought help sooner for the disorder. A lot of people think that ADHD is, oh, you know, I have trouble paying attention, I'm really fidgety.
I really don't like waiting my turn.
I'm so impulsive. Okay, you guys, you know what? Is my hair greasy today, or do I just have bad time management? And so I had to either film a video right after showering or not film one at all. There are so many differing symptoms. Every single person with ADHD will have different experiences. Today we're going to be reacting to some TikToks, and some of them are really good. It's just hard because it's like, well, yeah, these are symptoms of ADHD, but those are also symptoms that people without ADHD can have.
Sir, we have terrible news. Your whole family is dead.
Oh.
In a terrible accident.
Oh. Well, gosh darn it.
Yeah, you can have heightened emotions with ADHD 100%. That can be a symptom. However, that's also a symptom of going through a breakup. I would love to know, how common is it to have leg fidgeting with ADHD, though? And how many of my fam up here don't have ADHD and you are very fidgety? It can be because a lot of comorbid disorders involve things like this. So while I am gonna say, like, this person did a good job, you know what I mean? I'd love to hear any people with ADHD's opinions in the comments. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If you cheek bite, you probably have ADHD, though. Okay, true, you know, I'll give you that, so true, but like also same. A person with ADHD can be perceived as having sort of a carelessness in the lack of detail. You might also start tasks and not finish them, have poor organization skills, and have an inability to focus and prioritize things.
Hey, can I talk to you about something real quick? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, so basically my friends are trying to wait, do you know who the... it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, so I was trying to say that when your friends are... No, when my friends... Hold on, what? I don't even know what you're saying. No, I was just explaining that... No.
Absolutely. People describe how having ADHD is not when you have one song repetitively playing in your head. It's when you have multiple songs repetitively playing. It's not when you forget what you had for breakfast. It's when you're discussing what you had for breakfast and then go on a tangent about something else. But at the same time, ADHD is different for every person that has it. One person with ADHD can be quiet, while another can fit all of the stereotypical symptoms.
Things that hit different when you have ADHD. Number 1. Caffeine naps. There's nothing like the sweet dopamine-filled slumber like a good caffeine nap. With a wacky paradoxical effect of stimulants induced by wacky dysregulated neurotransmitters, it's no surprise that this slightly tachycardic slumber seriously soothes the synapses.
Since caffeine is a stimulant drug, it can mimic effects of stimulants that are used to help aid ADHD treatment, therefore giving sort of an opposite effect. I wish I could read the room right now. Like, how are you guys feeling about this if you're diagnosed with ADHD?
Number 2. remembering what you were trying to remember. Amidst a shrouded working memory and an empty Google search tab, there's no better feeling than when that light bulb pops and you finally remember, ah yes, I was going to look up that actor's name from that one movie I saw like 3 years ago. Oh, and apparently extra dopamine if that actor is Josh Duhamel. Number 3. Post-fixation hydration. Lastly, nothing can quite beat the euphoria of chugging H2O after a hyperfixation that started 2 days ago. This oh-so-extreme water fast is usually accompanied by a rapid eating fest in the style of binge. But, you know, at least the water feels...
This kind of reminds me of when I saw something online that said, this is normal people drinking water. This is neurodivergent people drinking water. People with ADHD are 5 times more likely to struggle with obesity. Some think it might be because it's tough to resist another piece of pizza or a second slice of cake, in the realm of struggling with impulse control. I don't know. Probably. I'm sure that this is relatable to a lot of people with ADHD, but I come back, you guys. I can't stop thinking about how, you know, someone's gonna see this video and potentially be like, oh man, I have that. I have ADHD. Go and self-diagnose themselves, and then 3 years down the line, it turns out that they don't have it.
I cannot be convinced otherwise. If you have ADHD, you fall into one of 2 camps. Let me set the scene. It is 10 a.m. You have a doctor's appointment at 11:30. It'll take you 10 minutes to drive there. What are you doing between now and then? I'm willing to be proven wrong, but you are either 1, you enter waiting mode. You do nothing until it is time to leave. Probably because you don't trust yourself to manage your time otherwise. Or 2, my personal favorite camp. You are suddenly motivated to complete your entire to-do list in a very unreasonable amount of time before you leave for that appointment. You will not leave for that appointment until you finish that thing that you want to finish, and so then you're late for your...
This person made it clear that this is not like a diagnosis type of situation, that they're not a medical professional, and that this is just something that they notice.
In a minute, I'm gonna need another minute to figure out why I walked in here. Why did I walk into the kitchen?
Statistically, yes, it is more likely for a person with ADHD to have these experiences, but once again, I don't know, if there's a child scrolling through TikTok and they see this, they might be like, oh my god, I have ADHD! Or not even a child, you guys. Me. Myself.
Just gonna put my vape on the charger real quick. Alrighty. Get a drink real quick. Yeah, boys, some Dunkin' Donuts, let's go! God damn it, where's my vape? Ugh. Okay, alright, we're gonna play this game, are we? You motherfucker. Alright. Where the fuck is my drink? What the fuck? I went 2 places. Where could it have gone? Oh my god. How? How?
Okay, you guys, this one was really actually funny. I enjoyed this one, even though this might not be everyone with ADHD's experiences, and a lot of people without ADHD can experience this for a multitude of reasons. In ADHD, there's a chance that you can be more forgetful and inattentive of the things you're holding. So like you're holding a water bottle, you get distracted, and then you just put the water bottle down somewhere, and then you forget where you put it. Also, the working memory of ADHD can be at a slightly lower capacity. So it's easier to forget things when your attention isn't directly on them.
ASMR for ADHD. Let's go.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. Cut that, Michelle. Cut that. Okay, the reason I put this one in there, you guys, with peace and love, let me know, does every person watching this with ADHD, was this yo jam? Could you vibe with this? Because I feel like there's at least one person who's like, maybe not me. If you have neurodivergency or ADHD, the chances are you might enjoy sensory. However, I'm sure there's also a lot of people who are like the opposite with that. It needs to be a very specific type of sensory. Some people it's feeling, some people it's ASMR. Go off, queen.
ADHD is not just like, oh, I have a hard time being on time, or I forget things easily. It's not just like the cutesy little like inattention or whatever. It is massive emotional dysregulation. It is rejection sensitivity so bad that when you perceive yourself being rejected or abandoned, you go into full fight or flight. And the reason for that is that the neurological composition of how ADHD works is very similar to prolonged trauma. It is a very large and intensively functioning amygdala, which is the fear center, and a underactive prefrontal cortex, which is decision making, processing, choice, planning, executive functioning. So when my ADHD gets triggered from outside influences, I can have, or I can be prone to have, very intense emotional reactions to things because my fear center is lighting up, and my prefrontal cortex, which is like supposed to calm me down and make me make rational decisions, is offline. Now that doesn't mean that I get to while out and like fly off the handle at people. It means that I have a much better physical understanding of what is happening inside my brain when I have ADHD symptoms. The other thing to remember about ADHD is that it is named wrong. It is not a condition of a deficit of attention. Folks with ADHD have the most attention. We have a difficult time wielding the attention. I have a challenging time deciding what I'm going to focus on. If I'm in a state of dysregulation, or I have not been doing the day in, day out work of managing my ADHD, I have almost no control over what my brain is going to like focus on when it's seeking dopamine. Other thing to remember about ADHD is it is manageable. It is not a death sentence. It is not something that is totally out of control for the rest of your life. As a matter of fact, it's a superpower. Entrepreneurs, business owners, creatives, some of the most amazing thinkers of our time have ADHD. It is a manageable superpower that, if left unattended, can ruin your life.
This creator did an amazing job of describing the reality of ADHD and how it's not exactly what the stereotype of ADHD is. Like, have you ever seen that TikTok that's like, my GF after I've given her caffeine and her ADHD comes out? It's like, well, let me know your opinions on these videos and also TikTok as a whole relating to #ADHD talk. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, and comment below. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you so much to each and every one of my members. I appreciate each and every one of you every single day. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, what's up, fam? That was weird. What was that? Have a fabulous day, night, whatever the case may be, and peace out.